All right, so I mean, we're watching yours first, right?
Yeah, just check if it's the correct one.
Okay.
Real quick.
Is it what, rough cut 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be in. Alright.
You want to do is just... Alright. So...
Let's see you swim. Robby, let's see you swim.
What?
Swim.
What?
Swim.
Robby.
I know your name is Robby. I said, let's see you swim.
What?
Let's see you swim.
What?
Let's see you
So
swim.
the child instantly hooked.
Let's see you swim. Woohoo!
Alright, so, yeah, I mean, started off really well. I mean, perfect way to establish, like, you know, your hearing loss and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ringing is a nice touch, dude. It's like to bring in, like, the tinnitus on.
Yeah, I mean, especially seeing you, like, in that childlike state, like, not knowing how to deal with that. Like, that's really powerful. That's going to work, I think, for a beginning. Alright, let's keep going.
I'm Robby Wilentz. I'm 19 years old. I live 30 minutes away from New York City. I'm not actually from New York City, so don't say that about me. I'm a New York Jets fan, of course, but that comes with misery.
Fuck you. Oh, you left the fuck you part in there?
Yeah, seemed kind of funny.
I was pretty sure we were gonna chop that out. I mean, I wouldn't put that in a film.
I mean, like, do you think the audience will like that? Like, I think they don't. I don't think they care.
To a degree, but like, really? Like, fuck you?
You don't want to be too boring, or else to just walk out.
All right, well, let's see what the rest has.
Hearing loss is more than just not being able to hear, obviously. Like, without my hearing aid sounds are just more muted and there's like less detail to it. Speech recognition for me is significantly worse to someone that doesn't have hearing loss. So that means like I'll have to fill in the blanks of things I don't hear. For example, so give you a hypothetical of what that would mean is that, let's say you and me were like at the beach by a boat, and then I hear you say, let's get on the boat. But obviously, we're by the beach and there's a boat right there, so I hear, let's get on the boat. So I know that it's let's get on the boat instead. So it's like things like that, like I have to take the context of situations to fill in the blanks of words or things that I mishear.
How loud does someone have to be for you to fully understand them without the hearing aids?
Well, I mean, I should probably maybe just take off my hearing aids right now for you to see.
You want to do it?
Yeah. Apologies if you hear any ringing, because that's like the hearing aids act like a microphone almost, so it's like feedback. So if you hear that from the audio,
if I die, you'll know.
Prepare your ass.
It's like an off and on switch or something, like.
Yeah. So this is when it's turned off, and then you have to push this part in to turn it on. Yeah. I can hear that fucking playing.
I can hear it too.
Yes.
Alright, what sound is it making? Is it making like a high-pitched mouth sound, or is it going like...
I have no idea what you said. I just heard you say at the end.
What?
Okay, did you actually edit this?
Yeah. You can clearly see there are cuts.
What is this? Like, do you like? I'm
It's
questioning.
funny.
I'm questioning as to whether you actually think this is a serious thing, because it is.
I think it's not supposed to be super sad and serious.
I'm not suggesting like super sad and serious, but like there needs to be some impact here for it to like actually, you know, affect people. We need to move people to.
Move people with what? It's just hearing loss.
But it's just hearing. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe
He
here.
doesn't take it seriously.
Let me stop talking for a second. I'm saying a lot of the same things over, but I think once you watch this, you'll sort of realize what we should be going for here.
All right. So what's the backstory behind that home video?
Well, what's funny about that home video is that it actually kind of dramatizes my hearing loss. When that video was taken, there was actually a lot of earwax in my ears, which makes it a lot harder for me to hear.
So you mentioned before that when your family found out about your hearing loss, you weren't mentally mature enough to process that?
Yeah, like, I don't think it really hit me about my hearing loss that, like, I had it until I was in kindergarten. I was in kindergarten, right? So that was, like, the first time I was in a public school system. And I think, like, so usually at the school that I went to, like, kindergartners would be in school from 8 to 12. But every day I would stay in school from 8 to 3. And, like, I remember, like, seeing, like, all the kids, like, walk out looking so happy, like, getting to, like, go out and play while I was, like, stuck inside watching them, like, having to do more work. And I think, like, that's when it hit me because, like, in that sense, like, it made me feel very different from them because, like, I was the kid who was constantly inside while they were outside.
What exactly is tinnitus?
So you know how, like, sometimes you get, like, that ringing in your ears for, like, a couple seconds and then it just, like, goes away?
Yeah.
So, like, imagine that, but it kind of just stays with you and it's, like, permanent.
Oh, okay.
So, like, that's what I have.
Did you have this since birth? Or?
No, I actually got this, I think, like, late middle school. I think that's when I got it, yeah.
Wow, okay. So, unlike your hearing loss, which you've had since birth, you got this around 6 to 7 years ago. So, how has getting this later on in life affected you?
Well, it's like, with hearing loss, yeah, as you said before, I had it since birth, so, like, I don't really know, like, what I'm missing out on, right? You know, like, I've always had that, but, like, with tinnitus, it was introduced to me later in life. So, like, I kind of know what I'm missing out on. Like, now with tinnitus, like, I haven't heard silence in 6 or 7 years.
Oh.
Which is, like, really shitty, because, like, I remember enjoying that. Like, it just gave me, like, it, like, allowed me to think and, like, clear my head, but, like, now I don't even have that. So, like, that's, like, a big part of tinnitus that, like, really bothers me, but, like, it's just something that I have to deal with.
Yeah. Wow.
I remember waking up in the middle of the night.
What's wrong?
It's too much. I think we got off topic with the film.
What do you mean? He's talking about exactly what he needs to be talking about, like his, you know.
Yeah, he's talking about all his past and whatever, but he should be focusing on, you know, the good parts of his life, you know?
Why do you think yours is better? Like, why do you think that yours is the one that we need to be showing people? I just feel like it's...
Because people will enjoy it more. It's more entertaining. There's jokes. Like, he's laughing. People will laugh with it, you know?
Okay, but stuff like this isn't meant to be taken lightly. Like, people like this, like, you don't see them joking all the time and, like, laughing and having a great time. Like, they're hating their lives.
I think they do. I think that, like, that adds to it. The more jokes, the more people will like it. Everything's fine. We're laughing.
Yeah, everything's a great big fucking joke, but it's not. You're just
It's not a joke.
You guys both need to shut up right now. Like, first off, Amit, your cut was absolute shit, and your cut was absolute shit as well, Tim. Like, Amit, in your cut, you didn't talk about anything about concerning hearing loss. You just made jokes all the time, and like this documentary is supposed to capture that. And like, it's just, what's that documentary about? It's about nothing. And like Tim, your cut makes hearing loss seem like it's awful to have, and obviously you feel like that, and that's not true at all. Like, this is supposed to show like how hearing loss has shaped me, and like that I'm glad I have it because of like I'm now the person I am. But like Tim, this is just makes, if anyone in the audience watches it, they're gonna be like, wow, like I feel so much sympathy and pity for people with hearing loss. But I don't want them to think that at all. I want them to think, I want them to know what I've gone through and just accept that. You guys need to just like find a balance. We need to find a balance of both.
All right, so what do we do? What the fuck do we do with this?
What we
Because we have one that's too happy and one that's too sad. So what do you suppose we do now?
Well, I think what we have to do is that we show that hearing loss is both, like, it's a balance of like humor and like sharing my experience. It's not like sad and happy. It's like showing that it isn't too bad and showing the stories behind it and showing how it's changed me as a person. Like, it's a struggle like anything else. You know, guys, like, these two cuts don't show anything.
It's barely anything. It's just, you know, just anything else, you know?
All right, well,
but it's not.
Do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, I will.
All right. Well, it's right there.
If you had the opportunity to, would you restore your hearing loss?
I don't think I would. I think when I was younger, for sure, I would say that because like that's when I was struggling more with it, and that's when I felt like different, as I said before. But like, I think I've come to realize that like with like having hearing loss, it has shaped me into like the person I am today, and like I'm proud of myself, you know. And you know, like everyone has their struggles, and you know, I think this is like one of my struggles. I also have other struggles that in life as well, but like everyone else, like when they're in the middle of like what they're struggling with, they would probably do anything to get out of it immediately. But like I think a lot of people, like when they look back on the things they struggle on, they're like glad it happened because it's like made them a bigger person like than they are. Well, made them a bigger person, yeah. And it's like that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's like kind of like how I feel about my hearing loss. So yeah, I'm actually glad that I had it in the first place.